D2DNY Real World HVAC Simplified. And now in this video, this is a continuation or a part 2, as you may, on this no heat service call. And so the camera had accidentally hit the stop button on the camera, and so as opposed to edit the video and join two halves into one, I just decided I'm gonna do a part 2, because I don't do no editing. My channel is real world, real time, from the field straight up to YouTube. Okay, so that's what it is, nothing fancy here. So I'm gonna leave the link to the initial start of the troubleshooting and diagnostics in the description. So you see, check right down below here, down there, here, right in description. I'm gonna leave the link to that video. Watch it if you may. All right, but as always, before we get into the video, I want you to go ahead and subscribe if you hadn't subscribed, and smash the bell icon, so when I upload videos like these, you get them right away. Okay, so this furnace was locking out on 4 flashes, and I think that the 4 flashes has to do with the chamber limit. Okay, 4 flashes, limit circuit fault, and this is what it's saying right here. So I think it's not the flame rollout limit, it's not the block vent, it's these limits right here by the chamber, these two. And the reason for that is this charger was hitting like 150, 145. Even though I know we're close to the furnace, but still, I think these two is the culprit. I don't think this is a problem. It possibly could be. I will find out now. And also, the rollout switch is good. It's at the bottom there. The flame burns nice when it burns. No rolling out. So yeah. I have my meter set up. You can see you got one. The test wires or test leads or jumpers, we call them. I got one on each side of the limits, 2 limits. Let me zoom in. You can see there's one, that one, that one. All right. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna run the furnace. I'm in continuity on my meter. So I'm gonna run the furnace. And first I'm going to see if it turns off, period, within that same time frame. And simultaneously, I could check for continuity of the limits. So they're both closed right now. So I could see if these are the ones that's been opening and locking out the furnace, which I think that's pretty much the culprit, but we'll see. And here's the other wire that I took off from the limits. I just shunt them together, right? Because these two limits was in series, and I'm assuming it's in series with this one here too. They are all 3 in series, because that's why they give on these one too. They are all in series, because that's the reason why, you know, you get the same alarm. You share the same arrows, 4 flashes. Okay, let's turn this thing on and let's go. Enough talking. All right, so, I think I may have to jump out the thermostat, because I don't think the thermostat is calling right now. It's flashing something right now. Let me do another reboot, because maybe the arrow is still in there, which I don't know why. Okay, back on again. Okay, so it's still flashing. 1, 2. Let's give it a call for heat. Bypassing the thermostat. Let's see what will happen here. Perhaps it's still calling. I have my meter hooked up, ready to go over here. Didn't want to have to unhook it to pressure switch. Didn't like open. Okay, here it goes. Is that flash didn't quite make. If you know what those flashes are, comment in the comment section if you're a pro. Because it didn't make sense what was going on here with those flashes. Nonetheless, let's see what's going to happen here. We're starting up, and it looks like it's actually calling from the thermostat, so no need to jump it or bypass it. Again, my meter is already rigged up and set up to test chamber limit, so I don't want to disturb it. But it's calling on its own, so I don't need to bypass the thermostat or jump it out, R and W. So let's just see. I said my suspect is that the chamber limits are as the culprits. So we're gonna find out right now. All right, and it would run for about once it gets to like 150. Anywhere between 145 and 150. 150 degree supply, it will cut off. So if we get past that and we're still running, that's one sign these were the culprits, and then I can check real time if they are opening. But those flashes though, the initial flashes, briefly 2 seconds. I think that was probably like a code recall, I don't know. Briefly remove, connected, roll out. Alright, so we're just playing the waiting game right now. Temperatures is rising. And again, this video is for pros. Let me be clear on that. This is not for do-it-yourselfers. Don't even try to do this. Okay? If you're a do-it-yourselfer, stay away from this. Burn your house down. So, like I said, once this number hit, the discharge hit 145 to 150 in that neighborhood, it would have cut out into 4 flashes. 4 flashes we'll be getting. 4. So we want to see if we want to hit that number to perform status code recall, component / test. Control must be in idle mode, no cause for either cool or fan. Display an odd beat. Briefly connect the test / win terminal to C. Thermostat terminal with a jumper, and if connected for more than 4 to 5 seconds, code 10 will flash. It will not override previous status code. I think it was probably doing that. It went into fault record for some way, some reason, I don't know. Because the code that was flashing didn't quite make sense. There's 2 right here. Pressure switch is open, but it didn't even attempt to start. Didn't quite make sense, but nonetheless, we're going right now. We're at 138. and still going. Let's check my the limits, the chamber limits. So that's still closed. They're both still closed. We're at 140 right now in climbing. Try to make it like as a normal situation where I'm pulling most of the return from upstairs. But you know, I do have my test lead down there, so I don't want to cause any problems. So because I'm pulling air on the return. Okay, so now we're climbing from this area and not from the space. So it's not really quite a true test. But we'll see what happens. Because now we can pull free from over here and we're not just dependent upon that return though. So that might just change the whole testing process, because it's not a normal run situation. So perhaps I should move this over here maybe, and then try to get this cover installed back in there. Alright, that's more like of a normal situation, because it's a little bit of a cheat as far as airflow is concerned, because if you was getting suction from this side, it would just not be limited to the duct. So now we're back to normal, and yeah, we're still going. 136. So before now we were hitting 140, 145. I don't know what have changed. Oh wait. We had cut out, but no errors. Let's check on oh, I think the thermostat is satisfied. Must be that the thermostat satisfied. That's good over there. So I'm gonna have to continue this. I'm gonna have to like jump out the thermostat, bypass the thermostat. So I'm gonna connect one end of the jumper wire on the R terminal, as you can see there. The other end on W. Okay, so we start up again. So I don't think we lacked out any faults, because as you can see, we didn't have any. I think the thermostat just satisfied, because this is the temperature coming back from upstairs. It's rather hot. So we're ignition sequence. Just having fun, guys. Just playing around here. Come on. I want to bring it back to the previous situation where it was tripping out. That number hitting 145. And then, so let's just put this cover back. So when the fan starts, we will have more of a normal condition. We're supposed to be in bypass down here from in the basement. We're fully enclosed. And let's just wait. This is take 2. so it's just a waiting game. I think this is the culprit. They're closed right now. And you know, this is a newer furnace right here, but that cooling section is that's rather old. And I could say that potentially the that coil is clogged up, needs to be cleaned so we can get more airflow through this furnace. I could check what the full load amp of the fan is supposed to be and see what it's doing right now. That's another thing I could do. Let's just see what happens here. That will be the next step. Once I confirm that is a chamber limit that's popping. Yeah. Again, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribe. You know, I do upload videos on a weekly basis. At least I try to. That's normal. I still gotta figure out what this thing was doing when it was like doing those crazy 2 flashes. I gotta figure that out. Because it didn't quite make sense, those flashes that it was doing. And maybe that's just the power up weight flash. I don't know. But it could be it was doing 2 flashes, like 1 flash and then 2 flashes. But then it couldn't be this because it didn't even start up. So that doesn't quite make sense. Right? It didn't start up. So this is what would give that number 2 code. This switch right here. So we're at 130 degrees. And it's not even getting as hot as it was before. What do I do now? I don't know. How do I fix what's not broken? For maintenance, where's the filter? Maybe it's in the coil up there, cooling coil. So let's see what the limits are doing, because this would not run more than about 5 minutes, not even. So they're still closed. Oh, wait a minute. I think this one is open. Yeah, baby. Yup, here's your culprit. This one is open. Definitely you can see it go top here. I'm good. The bottom here, I'm not good. This one is still closed. This one is still closed, but this one is open, baby. I think maybe it's just a faulty limit then, because we're 132 degrees, and I would say that if it was actually overheated furnace, then both limit should have been open by now. So one is open. This one is definitely open. This one is not. This one is still closed. Aha! So we got a faulty chamber limit. So we didn't even get to 145 like the last time. So, you know, I guess it varies upon the temperatures and I guess times or tries. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, my intuition was correct. It was the chamber limit, it wasn't this one. Yeah. So here you have it, guys. That's a diagnostic. You know, it was a bit jumbled, shaky, but in the end, we got the results. Again, this is pros only. Not do it yourselfer. Do it yourselfer. This is not for you, because you will, I tell you what you'll do, you'll burn your house down. So that's definitely open, and I'm gonna be closing this video off. Limit switch number 2, our chamber limit number 2 is still closed. So I can say that this one is faulty. That's it. yeah, again, like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. If you got questions, leave it in the comment section. All right, leave that in the comment section. If you know what that weird flash code was when I first turned this thing on, comment if you're a pro. I'm gonna check it out myself. I'm gonna check myself if I could find that out. All right. I want you guys to have this. And again, I'm gonna leave the first initial parts in the description. Let's look at this. If you are still here, you're special. So while this thing runs some more, oh, we're at 146. At 145, we were a trip the last time. So I guess it's like different, you know, temperatures. But let's see if this one is a trip yet. Still good. And obviously that's gonna still be trip. I'm not even gonna go there. But let's look at the schematic in the meantime. All right, so it's upside down. I want to see how the limit is wired. Oh, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you got 6 of them, how much you got? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's a 5th one over here, which is not wired up. I don't know why that's not wired up. I would say that needs to be wired up, right? What do you guys think? Comment in the comment section. Because if you're still here, you're special. Shouldn't that limit be wired up? Shouldn't there be? Because if it's a rollout limit, this one is in the bottom, which is cool, right? But this one is in the top. It's the most vital. That's the most vital. And you can see they're all in series, and it's the reason why any one of them opens will give you that same 4 flashes. Back to the ignition control board. You see? All your limits, baby. In series. Red wires. Hence the reason why any one of these limits that will open will give you the same thing. Yeah. Wicked. So we're at 149. And the second limit, let's just see if it's open. Nope, we're still closed. So yeah, definitely, that's a faulty limit switch right there. All right, I would say so. What would you say? Comment in the comment section. Tell me what you think. I gotta put a new filter in this unit. Let's see if they got one over here. I think they do. 1625. It's missing. Get a fresh one from the box. These are like the cheapest filters money could buy. The cheapest filters money could buy. Does it fit now? No, it does not fit. What is it? 1625. Oh, those bastards cut the filter. You see, they cut it. So it's 1425. Okay. Yes, that's gonna be for a follow-up. Need a box of filter and a limit switch. Let's check right now. We're at 151 degrees discharge. Let's see if limit number 2 was opened. Still closed, baby. So that's it. It's confirmed. This limit is 40. It was open from at 133 degrees discharge. Right? You will not have no heat. The other one is still closed. Yeah, that's it. I'm done. Like this video, thumbs up. Still gotta figure out those. That's troubling me. The flashes it was giving me when I first powered it up. It's a bit troubling because I like to. I'm gonna get it. If you know, comment. Okay, I'm going now. This time for real.